Okay, Mr. Alex Sanchez, what is your take on what they're saying about Mr. Trump, and what is your take overall on Donald Trump's recent, wow, it's very harsh comments on Mexican people?
Hey, I'm a criminal defense attorney in New York City. I've represented, thousands and hundreds of thousands of people at this point over my career. And I've represented many people that are undocumented aliens. And I'll tell you, Trump's statement that, they're all drug dealers and rapists, it's very over the top. And how do I know that? I know that because I represent people in the criminal justice system, and I see who I'm representing. And I'll tell you the truth, when it comes to the Mexicans, they avoid the criminal justice system. For the most part, at least here in the New York area, the Mexicans here are, many work in restaurants or do a lot of physical labor. And you don't really see them in the criminal justice system to any significant degree. And
right.
When they are there, sometimes it's for domestic violence, but I almost never have seen Mexicans involved in the criminal justice system when it comes to robberies and, violent crimes and shootings, occasional fighting. So, his statement that they're all drug dealers and rapists, that's not really borne out, at least by my own personal experience, and I'm there every day. I'm in the Bronx, and that has one of the highest concentrations of people involved in the criminal justice system in the United States. So, based upon my personal experience, he's over the top. Regarding that newspaper report about interviewing undocumented aliens that work at the place that's supposedly building a Trump hotel, I have some serious questions about the accuracy of that report, to tell you the truth. And I'm not trying to, defend Donald Trump, but when I come across people involved in the criminal justice system, one of the questions I do ask, are you here legally or are you here illegally? And many people are very reluctant, even when they're speaking to their lawyer who's defending them and trying to help them, are very reluctant to admit that they are here illegally because they know they at least they believe there could be serious consequences and they could be carted away. It's hard for me to believe that a reporter who's unknown to these people are going to go up to a group of workers, and the group of workers are going to basically admit, yeah, I'm here illegally, and they don't know this reporter. They don't know what he's going to do with that information. They don't know if he's a cop. So I find it hard to believe, and they didn't give their names anyway. So, how valuable is that information when you can't track down the particular individuals? So, to me, that's kind of shoddy reporting, and I find it hard to believe that anybody would readily admit that they were an undocumented alien to someone that they don't even know. So I have my doubts about that whole report and the validity and the veracity of it.
Overall, though, what is your opinion on Mr. Trump?
Well, I'm very, very happy that Trump is in the race. Not because I like Trump or I support anything he says, but basically I get a kick out of bomb throwers, and this man is a bomb thrower. He's coming into this Republican contest where, there's rules of behavior and there's rules of conduct and rules of interacting with other people. And he's coming in there like a wild bull, just, smashing everything with a sledgehammer. I think it's hysterical in a way. But these people are afraid of him. The other opponents of him, they're becoming very alarmed at what he's doing. I just read a report, and I'm sure you did, that the head of the Republican committee now reached out to him and is telling him, hey, you better tone it down. And basically Trump said, I'm not toning down anything. So I think these people are afraid of him, and I think it's hysterical to have this guy coming there and basically throwing firebombs around, and everybody's basically running for cover. So from an entertainment point of view, I want Trump to keep running.
I think he will be running, literally, when it gets to the year 2016.
Exactly. I mean, now I know he's number 2 in the polls, and I know there's a lot of people that consider him number 2, but one thing you're going to get out of Trump, and that's a lot of laughs. And I like to laugh like everybody else.
But you also got out of Trump this the NBC network has removed him. A lot of the networks continue to remove him for his comments.
Oh, yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah, all these big businesses and all these major enterprises, are they doing it because they, trying to, follow the high ground? Is that why they're doing it? Or they're doing it because, they think they're going to score some points with their clientele? I understand ESPN, and I understand some of the other NBC. I mean, look at this whole Brian Williams fiasco, right? I mean, it took them 6 months to figure out what they're going to do with Brian Williams, and they still let him back in. And this guy went on national TV over a period of many years and lied. And that's a very serious felony as far as I'm concerned in the journalistic sense, to fabricate and lie. And yet they let him back. It's all about money. These people, they don't believe in high ground. I will say that the Fusion Network they were more, they followed the high ground because they do have a lot of clientele that are of Hispanic and Mexican descent, and I could see why everybody connected with that network was legitimately offended by what Trump said. And so they decided to take action.
No question.
I don't blame them.
Now,